Imagine for a second we hand a deck of playing cards over to a spectator and have them shuffle it up as much as they'd like. And then we pick out a small packet of cards at random. Then the spectator is allowed to take the small packet and give it a shuffle. Once he's satisfied, he can take a look and memorize the top card. Once he's done that, he can lose it back in the packet. And then using some magical moves, the card is revealed. This card trick will have your spectator's head spinning around and around and around. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn Magic, master performance, and captivate audiences. If you're joining me for the first time, hey there, my name is Vineet, and I go by CardMechanic here on YouTube, on this channel. Today I'm going to take it nice and easy and show you a little self-working card trick that'll drive your spectators mad. I mean mad. But let me tell you, this is going to be the last easy card trick of 2022. It's only going to get harder from here. Enjoy this while you can. And stay tuned because somewhere in this video, I'm going to do a giveaway of 3 decks of playing cards. So before we get started, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And now, let's do it. Alright, yo, so check this out. For those of you who are curious, you're going to be using the Pocket Aces playing cards, luxury and minimalism at its finest. Take the cards out and give the deck a bit of a shuffle. And as I'm shuffling the deck, I realize this may be difficult to see on camera. We'll try our best anyway. So for this card trick, I'm going to hand the deck over to the spectator and have them shuffle it up as much as they like. Maybe just something like this, and they can even end it with a cut like that. Now I want to take the deck back from the spectator, and we'll just take a couple of cards here, maybe something like this, and we should be good to go. I'm going to hand this whole packet over to the spectator, and they can shuffle it up as much as they'd like. But after I hand this packet over, I'm either going to turn around, close my eyes, go jump in a grave, or all of the above. And once the spectator is done shuffling up this packet of playing cards, they're going to take a look and memorize just one card. So take a look and memorize that card. All right, once that card is memorized, they take it and put it back on top of the deck. Now I'm going to instruct the spectator to select any number in their mind from 1 to 10. Again, keep in mind, I'm still, in a grave. And let's just say they pick the number 4, right? So they're going to move 4 cards to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put the deck, or put this packet, right on the table. At this point, they're going to come to the grave and pull me right out. This way I can come and continue the rest of the trick. So once that's been completed, I'm going to do my best now to figure out the card that was selected. Now, of course, you could have picked any of these cards, by the way. I'm going to do my best to show you because I realize these cards also don't have any faces. So again, minimalism at its finest. So you definitely picked one of these cards. I am not exactly sure which one, but it's 100% one of them. Let's try this out. I'm going to split it up into 2 packets like this. This one. Okay, it's difficult to get a read on you. I think the grave had some, the grave had some impact on my memory, so I actually have no idea what actually happened. We'll try this. I'm going to hand you back this packet. I want you to, the same number of cards that you put from the top to the bottom before, do that again, and I'm going to turn my back. All right, so the spectator takes his packet, and they initially said 4 cards. They moved 4 cards initially. We'll do 4 cards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this. And I'm going to turn back around. And just to keep things, nice and fresh and people can be thrown off, I'm going to put 1 more on the bottom. So look at that. The cards are now, no one really knows. So the card could be anywhere except you kind of know. So now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell the spectator to take this packet, and he's going to go through a deal and ducking motion. And what that means is that you're dealing 1 card on the table, and you're taking 1 card and putting it on the bottom. That's a duck. So deal and duck. Deal and duck. And we're going to go do this with the entire packet. Almost done. Okay, and there's 1 card remaining. And if this was done correctly, and your skills are as great as mine, your card will be the last one remaining. The Ace of Hearts. Alright, yo, so welcome to the tutorial. Just some background on this effect. It is known as Round and Round, and it's in the Royal Road to Card Magic. So it's a really nice, neat little self-working card trick that really requires very little interaction on your part. So I think this is perfect for anyone who's just getting started into Magic, or anyone who just, wants to take it easy once in a while, because I'm sure we all feel that way. So given that background, let's go ahead and break it down. When you first take out the deck of playing cards from the tuck case, you want to hand the deck over to the spectator and allow them to shuffle it up as much as they'd like. Generally, I like to ask the spectator, would you like to shuffle up the deck of playing cards? I would say 99% of the time the answer is yes, but once in a while they're like no. But let's just say they want to shuffle up the deck of playing cards, so we'll give them a bit of a shuffle like this. Do 1 more, and maybe a couple of cuts. Just there, yep, perfect. This is how you give playing cards the proper cut, and there we have it. So once the deck has been shuffled up by the spectator, you want to take the deck back from the spectator, and here's where I guess a bit of skill or you know, something is involved. Generally, I don't like to tell the spectator how many cards I'm taking off the top of the deck, so I make it seem as random as possible. And I feel like the randomness kind of levels up this effect in terms of performance. So what I usually do is I like to take 3 cards, put down 3 cards like this, 3 cards, and then 2 and 2, because you want to get a total of 10 cards. You can of course do this in any order. You want to do 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's 2 minus 15. But the point is you want to get 10 cards, and again, the easiest way to do that is push off a pile of cards, and maybe this is something you can practice. When you're pushing off cards, with enough practice, you know exactly how many you're pushing off when it's a low number. So here I know I'm pushing off 2, here I know I'm pushing off 3, and just developing that skill to push off playing cards and knowing how many there are when you're pushing them off is definitely a very helpful one to develop. So that's how you can get your 10 playing cards. Once you have those cards, the rest of the deck is kind of useless. You can toss that over to the side. One thing I usually make sure of when I do this trick is to remove the jokers. Otherwise, I just don't like having 2 of the same card when doing certain tricks like this. Otherwise, it kind of lessens the effect to some extent. So we have the packet of 10 playing cards. You want to hand this packet over to the spectator and allow them to shuffle it up as much as they'd like. And as they're shuffling it up, I want you to either turn around or close your eyes, use a blindfold or something, because this shows the spectator that it is truly, everything that they're doing is truly free, and there's no way that you can actually see what's going on. So the deck is shuffled up by the spectator as much as they'd like. Once that's complete, they're going to take a look at the top card, and this is going to be very important that they look only at the top card. Now I realize these cards are very minimal, so this card, you can't really see it very well, I would think, but this is the 5 of clubs. Let me zoom it in for you. There you go. That is the 5 of clubs. So like I mentioned, they're going to take a look at the top card, and you'll tell them to move a small number of cards from the top of the deck to the bottom of the deck, 1 card at a time. So by small number, it should of course be between, let's say, 1 and 9, or maybe between 1 and 10, so 2 to 9. So they're going to pick something in between there. Let's just say, in our case, they're going to pick 7. So you can move 7 cards from top to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And keep in mind, we're moving these 1 at a time. And that's something you want to stress to the spectator. So you move a card, you move several cards, 1 at a time from the top to the bottom. In this case, it is 7, and you want the spectator to remember that number. Once that's complete, you can come back around and take off your blindfold, whatever you're doing, and take this packet back from the spectator. And what you want to do now is reverse the order of these playing cards. Now, you can take either one of 2 approaches. The first approach is what I usually like to do is turn the cards face up and go through reversing 1 at a time like I did in my performance. This kind of shows that you're trying to show or read the spectator as the cards are passing. So I'd recommend using this method. You can also try kind of going 1 card at a time here, but again, I recommend using this method. We interrupt this tutorial to bring you a giveaway. So first of all, big shout out to Mr. M Does Magic. He went on over to the CardMechanic shop and sponsored 3 decks of Can of Soup is playing cards to give away. Mr. M, you are awesome. So I'm going to keep this nice and short. To enter this giveaway, of course, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and then comment down below what is your favorite self-working card trick. That's it. That's all you gotta do. The entries for this giveaway will be closed within 48 hours from the release of this video, so make sure to get them in on time. And now, back to your scheduled tutorial. Just because this has a bit more reasoning behind it. So you tell them you could have picked any of these cards. I want you not to make any kind of facial expressions, movements as I'm going through these. All right, and I couldn't really read you, so let's try it again. I'm gonna break the packet into 2 piles. So now you're gonna break it into 5 and 5, okay? And this is, again, very key. 5 cards in this hand, 5 cards in this hand, you separate them. And I like to kind of bring one half closer to the spectator, bring it back, bring the other half closer. So this way I'm kind of making it seem like I'm trying to read them. Again, if this, this has the 5 of clubs in it, I move it towards them, I try to look for a reaction, but also not really. And that's kind of the game we're trying to play here. And ultimately what you're eventually trying to achieve is moving this, so when you did the split, right, with the cards face up, you want to move these cards, this pile of 5 cards, to the back. So again, we had just reversed the cards, split it in half, 5 and 5, face up, move these to the back. And then you turn the whole deck face down. What I'm going to do now is hand the deck back to the spectator and turn around. And I'm going to tell the spectator move the same number of cards you moved the first time around. So you can either say that, or you can say move the same number of cards plus 1. But I'll explain to you why I don't like doing the plus 1. So same number of cards, so we're gonna move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And after I turn back around, I say I'm really gonna try to switch things up. I'm gonna move one more card to the bottom. And this way it kind of seems like, again, I'm adding to that randomness, which I feel like would have a greater impact in the effect. Once that's complete, the card will now be at the 4th position from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is the 5 of clubs. Now you can go with the deal and duck method, like I mentioned, and all you're really doing is dealing a card, ducking, which means putting it face down. And just to, I guess, kind of add more impact, you want the spectator to do this. If you do this, it's gonna get very boring for them. And tell them to do that until there's one card remaining, and that one single card will be their selected card, the 5 of clubs. Make sure to get your giveaway entries in on time. You have 48 hours until I close this giveaway, and again, a huge shout out to Mr. M Does Magic for sponsoring this. If you want to check out another nice, easy self-working card trick, make sure to click on that video right over there. And if not, if you like the advanced stuff, make sure to check out my Patreon because I got the advanced stuff on there. The link is right there. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. As always, it's a pleasure having you here. Have a great day ahead, and I hope to see you in the next video.